So today, we're going to talk about why AI is such a game changer for local service businesses. But here's the secret. It's not really just about the tech. Not at all. It's all about understanding the mind of your customer. We're going to unpack the psychology that makes this so powerful and show you how it can turn your biggest headache into your greatest asset.
All right, let me start with a question, and it's a brutal one. For a local service business, where do 80% of your potential new customers just go to die? It's a lead graveyard you walk past every single day, and you probably don't even realize how much it's costing you.
And we're talking about your voicemail. This quote, man, it just nails it. For a customer, hitting your voicemail isn't just some small inconvenience, it's a psychological dead end. It creates this immediate feeling of uncertainty, like their urgent problem has just been completely ignored.
So let's dive right into this idea of the voicemail void. Look, it's time we stop thinking of missed calls as just a minor issue. Because right now, your phone might literally be a leaky bucket just dripping potential revenue with every single unanswered ring.
I mean, how big of a problem are we talking about? Well, a staggering 80% of callers who get sent to voicemail just hang up. They don't leave a message, they don't wait, they don't try again, they just leave. And where do they go? Their very next call is to your competitor.
So why? Why do they hang up so fast? Well, to get that, you have to get inside their head. And that brings us to the psychology of now, and this really powerful emotional state you could call high-intent panic.
I mean, really think about it from their perspective, right? When someone's calling a plumber, they're not just browsing. It's because water is pouring through their ceiling. They are in a moment of pure, urgent need. They want a solution right now, not just a promise that someone might call them back eventually.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The data? It's crystal clear. Just look at this. Businesses that respond in under 30 seconds see a conversion lift of up to 70%. That proves that speed isn't just, a nice bonus. It's the single most important factor in whether you win the job or not.
So let's put these two experiences right next to each other. On one side, you've got voicemail. The response time is hours, maybe even days. That makes the customer feel uncertain, so what do? They call your competitor. Now, on the other side, you have an instant AI response, under 30 seconds. That feeling is one of immediate resolution. And the outcome? An appointment booked, right then and there.
Okay, so we know that speed wins the job. But there's something deeper going on here, a really important psychological principle, that speed and reliability, well, they're the foundation of trust. And it might sound a little weird, but automation can actually build trust even better than a human can. And it all comes down to one thing: consistency. Psychologists actually have a name for this. It's called cognitive consistency. See, we're all hardwired to prefer experiences that are reliable and predictable. So when a customer's very first interaction with your business is flawless, professional, and instant, it creates what's known as a brand halo effect. They just automatically assume that the rest of your business must be just as competent.
And let's be honest, this is where we humans, we kind of fall short. A person can be rushed, they can be distracted, they can just be having a bad day. An AI receptionist, though, it never has an off day. It's always perfectly on brand, totally professional, and 100% focused on that caller 24/7. So what does all this consistency get you? It gets you what we call the first call advantage. The second a customer in that high panic mode finds someone, anyone, who answers and gives them a clear, immediate path to a solution, their desire to keep shopping just evaporates. And AI makes sure that you are always that first call.
Okay, so AI answers first. It builds trust. Great. But how do you actually turn that fantastic first impression into a confirmed paying job? Well, this is all about closing the commitment loop and making sure there is zero chance for that customer to second-guess their decision.
This is what you have to understand as the danger zone. Even after a great call where you say, sure, let me check the schedule and get back to you, that gap of time, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, is when their panic starts to creep back in, and they'll start Googling your competitors again, just in case. Now here's how AI just completely wipes out that danger zone. It creates this perfectly seamless journey. First, the call gets answered and qualified instantly. Second, the AI books the job directly into your live calendar in real time. And third, this part is absolutely crucial. It sends an instant text confirmation locking in that commitment. And boom, the loop is closed before they even have a chance to think about calling someone else.
We've talked a ton about the customer's psychology. But let's finish up by focusing on the most important person in this whole equation, you, the business owner. Because the biggest transformation here,
It might just be your own peace of mind. 70. That's the average number of hours that a lot of small business owners work every single week, juggling everything, constantly worried about the phone ringing, worried about missed calls, worried about lost revenue. It's an absolute recipe for burnout.
And this is why a system like this isn't just a tool, right? It's a total transformation. It turns the one device that causes so much anxiety into your most reliable employee. It becomes an automated revenue generator, capturing and converting leads while you're on a job, with your family, or even while you're asleep.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Forget about the technology for just a second and ask yourself, what could you build? How much more could you enjoy your own life if your biggest headache suddenly became your best employee?